Okay, this right here it's been prepped. Here again, I used Bondo to cover up. There were some holes here and there in the case and gouges on the inside. Cleaned them out. Now the other thing mentioned on the last episode, what happened was I wanted to make sure to get really tight seams, that I wanted to make sure I cut and make the Tolex. You see over there, the Tolex is cut to a certain depth, about 3/4 of an inch if I remember. And then you see it's done the same over here. Now what I'm trying to do is I wanted a little bit deeper seams on these long seams, and it's practical just to make sure they stay in place. So what happens is, the way you have to cover this, we got to do this first. This is a divider. This is where the legs go. We do this first. You'll notice I've got pencil lines there and there. That is where I want the Tolex to stop. Then what's going to happen, the next piece after I do this, get this in place, then what I'll do is I will then take and run a piece that from here all the way around the bottom and come out here, and it will wrap here. I will put another line for that before I do it. And again, the idea is, what I'm trying to do is I'll have a little wider seams here because they're long seams. I want to make sure that I get plenty of glue and they stay down. So that's just, well, the reason for these are, you can tell, a little bit bigger than these seams. Okay, so now the next thing, to show you what I'm talking about, because remember it's going to wrap here along this side and go around. It'll overlap to create the seam joint. If you'll see here on this one, which this is the bottom, and it's finished, I'll get pretty close. If you'll see how pretty the seam is. It's straight as narrow, it's very tight, and again, that's what I'm trying, that's the standard I'm trying to move toward. So anyway, we'll go ahead, I'm going to put this back on the tripod, and then we'll go ahead and start putting glue on it. And again, there's a way I do this, it's a little slower, but with this latex adhesive that I'm using, it seems to work well. And again, I'm trying to go slow, whereas you can see what's going on where you can do this yourself.